yeah, Hearthstone got another new card this week with Destructive Phoenix, and it kind of sort of looks like a discard Warlock card, which we've been getting a bit of a discard package in Cataclysm with stuff like the Ocular Occultist here. We've also had disposable acolytes, like these hints of discard Warlock coming back. So of course I wanted to test Destructive Phoenix in a discard deck. The way this one works is it's 4 mana 5/5. As you can see, Elemental Beast, Battlecry. Choose a card in your hand to set on fire using that new choice tech in hand, where you get to actually pick what you're setting on fire. And then in 3 turns, you discard that card and then summon a copy of your Destructive Phoenix. So basically, if you play this on turn 4, you light something on fire, and then at the end of your turn 6, you will discard that card and get a 5/5. So, you know, ideally, I guess you would maybe discard your disposable acolytes, get an extra 5/5 out of your Destructive Phoenix, and a couple 1-drops on board. I say ideally because that's really like the only good discard target. That said, we do also have Maloriak. I didn't even mention him as one of the discard cards in Cataclysm. That'll make more sense as this video goes on. So in theory, you could line up your Destructive Phoenix to land the same turn you play Maloriak, and then he will also summon a copy of that discarded thing. So for instance, you could have a giant like Hungering Ancient or any big minion of your choice. I don't recommend the Hungering Ancient. Again, something that will make sense as this video goes on. And, you know, get a dude, and then you get a dude for free and get a 5/5 off your Phoenix, right? The problem is, it happens on turn 6, as I said, when you play the Phoenix on 4, and Maloriak is not played on turn 6 unless you have coin. So it's like, in reality, you kind of want to play this on turn 5 to set up for that Maloriak. The other problem is, because it happens at end of turn, all of the big awesome minions that I wanted to play all had end of turn effects. Like, maybe I should have just went with a Void Lord, but I really wanted like Asphyxiodon. Where in the heck is Asphyxiodon? This also has an end of turn effect. I really wanted like big 10-drop dragon guy. But this also has an end of turn effect, right? Briarspawn Drake. I kind of wanted to run like Krog Crater King. Again, end of turn effects. But because that burn happens at the end of turn, they miss the window to activate their end of turn effect. So I don't actually even know why I landed on Hungering Ancient. I think because I wanted a little more card draw. But it doesn't work in that combo anyway. So it's like, well, what's the point of this, right? So initially, like in theory crafting, I'd played discard Warlock with Briarspawn Drake and Chrono Claws, and it felt like the Chrono Claws were just so hard to use outside of Maloriak. I wanted to kind of try something a little bit different here with a faster start, more temporary cards, playing into Duke of Below, because this certainly feels like the best discard Warlock card by a mile. Like, this carries this deck when it wins, and if you don't have this or the opponent answers it, this deck has such a hard time finding victory. So this is a very roundabout way of me saying Destructive Phoenix just does not really feel like it adds much of anything to this deck, because it doesn't really create Maloriak opportunities, at least in a timely fashion. It's really hard to make Maloriak work anyway. It feels like a faster deck and game plan is really the route to go here, and you're actually going to see that happening live in this video as I kind of evolve this deck over time, where we make some tweaks here and there to try to find a deck that feels better. That said, at the end of the day, I still don't really think discard Warlock is there yet. It needs a few more pieces to feel really, really strong. And the problem is, I'm afraid if you give it more pieces, then you're going to make Duke of Below this just absolutely blowout busted card. So this one's like teetering on the edge of viability, and it's kind of scary if it actually finds it. So I don't even know if I want that. But ultimately, still some fun stuff can happen here. Still some really big dudes can happen here. It's fun to play a Doomguard these days. So all in all, I think this one's worth taking a look at. It's something to keep in the back of your mind. I just don't think Destructive Phoenix really helped much at all. Might have even hurt. All right, yeah, we can keep Biome and Tunnel Terror. By the way, I do not think there's enough for Quest in here before you ask. I also don't know if I want to give up my turn 1 plays either. Speaking of turn 1 plays, I think you do that one next turn, right? Get the Platosaur down here. We really don't care about discarding stuff. In fact, this is one we want to discard. One of the few cards in this deck that actually benefits from being discarded. There's basically nothing, right? Like, I've kind of forgotten already, to be honest, but there's almost nothing that actually wants to be discarded in standard format right now. Is it really just this? It's like it's occurring to me I built this deck. I didn't miss anything, did I? Is this the only one? I mean, there's other things that, you know, benefit, but like, you know, discarding is good for Duke of Below, like other synergy cards, I mean to say, but like it's crazy to think that yeah, we can actually go ahead and just do this. It's funny, it's weird, like you might think, what are you doing? We're just feeding it into the system later for Duke of Below, right? Is this literally it? Is this the only card that benefits from being discarded? Yes. That's it. There's a ton in Wild, of course, but that's it. Opponent thinks I'm mad about this, but I'm not. Well, I'm mad if I don't draw my guy, I guess. But otherwise, I'm not mad. As soon as I draw my Duke of Below, we're pumped. Slumbering Sprite, yeah, not the best. But it's fine. Where did this come from, by the way? oh yeah, this was Blacklight Star. Oh, you idiot. literally that's where. Talking about the card for 5 minutes, I already forgot how it works. Sheltered Survivor, we probably just go Tunnel Terror here. I don't hate tap into Survivor though, I guess. Yeah, we do need to find that dude as soon as possible. That's currently kindreded up, but not for long. We actually have a shocking amount of ways to go for kindred in this deck, which is crazy. Again, yeah, I'm just gonna use the biome. It obviously doesn't matter. Platasaur, actually, you know what? I would have, if I had 1 mana, I would have happily just played the Platasaur, right? That's something to keep an eye on. That allows you to kind of still keep your discard activation, but also chain, you know. It's kind of just get a free body out of it, basically. Rodheart Dryad, okay. Yeah. Let's just do this and see what we get. Is there anything here that's just like good and playable, right? Wow. I mean, if we just want to go for like crazy tempo, this does allow you to go for crazy tempo. I'd rather just make my dukes big, but I don't have any dukes, you know? I guess we're just gonna go hard for tempo here, man. I don't know. This is gonna have very few options. Well, I guess there's always freaking neutral cards. Hey, the Destructive Phoenix. It's just crazy how many actual beasts are in the pools here. Everything dies to Lightning Storm here anyway, right? So there's no reason to like trade unfavorably, like trade off the 2/1 or whatever. Lightning Storm's a giant reset for them regardless, so I wasn't really expecting to ever play the cards off the beasts here, but in this particular instance, I think it's just too clean. So here's the Razadier. Destructive Phoenix, I don't think it's right now. Let's see what this gets, and that could color our opinion a little bit about how these turns execute. Light of the Firehawk again, okay. Just from a board state standpoint now, I might trade in a little bit on that, just so that I'm good to go for this Dryad. Do we like the Dryad better than a Life Tap, though, to be honest? I don't think we do. I think we like Life Tap better. Don't get mad about ordering. We wanted to see what happened here first before deciding how to execute the turn. Like, if we hit a Lightning Storm, for instance, out of the Razadier, things are a very different consideration, right? I think these decks are probably still running Lightning Storm, but I don't actually know that. Hey, the Duke, we're finally paying off. Is this lethal? 6, 10, 13. Not quite, but I think still 100% worth it, right? Just to push. Well, I don't know. Do these decks still run Hex or not? I honestly don't know. I might have to trade in a little bit here, just because I really like playing the Bygone Doom Speaker. So like we could kill this off, for instance, leave up the 2/4 and push face. Let's just see what we hit here, right? We don't really care. We can lose anything. But if we don't get something good off the first one, That's not really relevant to this game. If they play that, they just lose. So let's rewind and try to hit something better here. Let's try to hit something bigger and better. Oh, way better and bigger. Let's go. They had some big time heals. I hope we don't get too punished by leaving this up, but I think we'll be okay. We have multiple big guys. We only need 4 damage. Like even with another Ritual of Power, it's only 2 rush guys. That doesn't seem that scary. Lightning Storm here would maybe still give them some outs because they could kill the 12-5. The 7-7 though would still be alive, so they'd have to find a trade into that. It'd have to be Lightning Storm plus something. Skywall is pretty slow. Taunt is a little annoying, but we can go super wide, so that's not scary yet. There's that whelp we just did not care about at all. It's crazy how that showed it as a 0-0. Nice. Good stuff, dude. Just the tempo swarm here to the giant dukes. Get your dukes up, man. Pretty cool game. Pretty cool game. I didn't think, honestly, I honestly didn't know if I'd win any games. Well, I did win 1 game in testing. I played a couple different, slightly different versions of this deck. This is technically the first version I played of this even, but I wasn't sure how much we'd win, but I'm winning my first game on video. Let's go. Probably won't be the first game you watch, although it might. I don't know, maybe. I usually put the best game first. Is this going to be the best game? I don't know. No Maloriak, but some pretty sick Duke stuff. Hey, I think we always keep Duke. I don't think we need to keep the Sheltered Survivors, though. The only thing about keeping Duke is it's like you don't actually really always want to play it like on turn 4, right? It might be too small still. If you get enough like temporary cards, you know, maybe not. But you want to get it, I think, to a threshold where it's at like, you know, 10 health or something that dodges a lot of regular removal or minion trades. Like it needs to be big enough to really make it worth it. This is going to be apparently a pretty fast Death Knight, which these small taunts are good against. Also, this is a really nice combo too. Dang. Do we go coin here? I think so, right? With 2 3s anyway, you just go coin into Acolytes. Is this living? They don't go for a hero power here. Nice. Nice. Maloriak, okay. Okay, we can like currently keep this maybe alive, who knows. Oh dude, oh man. Anyway, the 3/6 is great. Like these are just like stuck on board here maybe. And then we play another 3/6 next turn. You could actually choose to do the Razadier again, like if it's still there. 2-1s. They're gonna get big, but we're really, really good at trading into those, right? So that's not so bad. That's gonna get buffed, but doesn't maybe matter too much because these are so big anyway. You want to just kill these with all the 1/1s regardless. Do you go another Occultist here, or do you go Doom Speaker? Because like them losing a card is actually pretty meaningfully disruptive, I think. If I trade this off, of course, I'm gonna lose my Razadier anyway, so I could maybe just go for the guaranteed Razadier hit anyway. Or honestly, like I don't really need Maloriak this game. Maybe we just choose to dump Maloriak and lose Razadier just to make Duke bigger, right? I think this is fine, actually. It's kind of weird to get rid of your Maloriak. Like, it feels like it should be such an important card, but ultimately, I'm gonna have an 8/8 next turn, right? And I think that is trumping any other sort of decision processing here. So they're probably just gonna kill the 3/3, of course. I would rather them not go wide here, because of course the 8/8 has a hard time trading across multiple dudes. That's multiple dudes, but we can at least kill a couple of them. So, well, we're gonna kill all 3 here, but that's alive again. They're kind of greeting this guy a lot, which I get. Like he's definitely making every subsequent board much better. Doomguard can definitely come down here. That's gonna make this guy a monster. Jump to 10 health. I mean, maybe there's a top deck that's better in that instance, but I don't know. I mean, I still like the Doom Speaker too, to be honest, because they are so light on cards. I could see a scenario where we put them on a top deck, basically. You know, if they dump 2 or 3 cards here. Like last turn, they got away with 1 card, so it doesn't feel like you're... I mean, of course, it's all the same net total, but putting them on exactly 0 feels like it has a really meaningful change because they don't have any decision points at all in the future. Okay, that's a little shorter of a card. You know, like good against, you know, 8/6 or whatever is fine there. I like this. They're finally trading off their guy. So this, to me, I think it is just Doomguard and go face. I think we just killed him in 2 turns here, right? Because this is going to go to 12, 15 damage, and I'm going to be left with like 17 behind. So it's like, just like this guy alone, if they don't have taunts, I mean, of course they can play another Nerubian Swarm Guard, but we're only 9 cards deep in their deck. It's very unlikely to have a second one. And that would actually still occupy most of their turn, so we'd kill a couple of them at least. And I have 6 mana off the top here. This is about as good of a game as I think we were going to get out of this deck right here, man. This is going crazy. Is there any card that spins corpses that deals with this? Does this have taunt, actually? I just remembered. It does. Oh, that's actually kind of annoying. If they could somehow kill this Doomguard, it would be anyway. But it seems they can't. Wow. Yeah, dude, that was just a hyper efficient discard Warlock game, dude. Basically we played, you know, like a 12 attack 4-drop with Rush. It was an 8/8, I think, when we played it. Dude, that felt like great, right? Man, the opponent didn't even have a bad start. They actually had kind of a good start, I think. Man, I'm like, I'm buying into the hype. Yeah, I sort of want to mulligan at least a little bit for some, you know, Duke of Below action. But I think oh, hello. Also, disposable acolytes would be really, really clutch too. The Rawheart Dryad, I don't actually really care much about having the big cards, other than that I think they're good fodder realistically for your discards. Like, again, in theory, I don't know. I don't know how many times I've mentioned this throughout the video or the intro, but you know, in theory, Maloriak and Hungering Ancients are kind of a cool thing to do, but in reality, I think they're just sort of fodder more than anything else. I mean, I definitely like just tempoing here, and maybe I don't hate using coin either, I guess. I mean, yeah, coin's probably worth it, honestly. So do you trade this first and then just discard the big guy, right? Like whether it's Maloriak or Hungering Ancients, fine. Just want to get some tempo here. So you follow up with another 3-drop next turn. That lets you play Duke on 4, and then he'll get double buffed afterwards. So he'll be like a 4/4 when you trade him or whatever. But then he'll bump up to 8/8 minus trade damage. So that's pretty good. Oh, no. This is Death Rattle, not Battle Cry. Just kidding. Never mind. That's not true. That's not true. This is Death Rattle. It's got to die first. So maybe Duke has to wait a turn or two then. I don't know for sure, but maybe just a little. Static Shock to clear this. Okay. Trying to keep their board alive. I think that's smart. I like it. Maloriak arrives. We'll still go Tunnel Terror here, because having those, you know, like we, well, actually, yeah, if they kill this, why am I, no, if they kill this off, that plan still works. No, I'm smart. No, as long as they kill it, which, I mean, certainly they will, right? You gotta kill it. Certainly they'll kill it, which my plan still works. Then Duke will jump up to 8/8. Now Duke will be a little bit susceptible there, of course, because of, like, you know, Herald, Rush guys, spell damage, maybe. Gosh, are they gonna go face here? No, nice, they're trading. Okay, good. That's great news, because now, like we said, Duke will kill this, jump up to 8/8. That's gonna be great. Do these decks still run Hex or not? I don't know. We're about to find out. About to find out. I mean, a Hex wouldn't maybe be the worst thing that's ever happened. It's there. Dang. Because we got a second, you know, Duke eventually. Still kind of a passive turn for them at the end of the day. Really don't love my turns. The only thing right now. I guess you do this plus Survivor. I mean, Occultist is bigger and better, but I don't know. It's also I mean, I guess you go Occultist. Maybe you get rid of the Sheltered Survivor. Thing is, it's like the curve play right now. Maybe you just get rid of Biome, but then what are you shuffling away? I do like Doomspeaker when their hand is so small, but I think you shuffle away the Doomspeaker and just go for tempo here, right? Try to find a better line for later. Yeah, Doomguard's not it for next turn. I don't have anything to do next turn, man. Need a play. Razadier would be active and good. Yeah, that'd be great. Duke, of course, would still be amazing. Phoenix would be totally fine. Would set up for a nice Maloriak, actually, yeah. 4/4 is a bit awkwardly shaped for us. Yeah, I'm looking for Razadier, Duke, or Phoenix. Really just the 4-drop sweet spot there. Not unlikely, man. We got 4 of them. 25%er. Instead we get a 1-drop. Great. I mean, God, this is tempting, right? Because, like, what are you actually doing with Maloriak? You know, how often is it even living on board? I think I tap into a 4-drop here. Not exactly. Sure. I guess I want to hit maybe Doomguard. You could go Biome first, but I wouldn't hate if I hit the Biome. I'm not in a terrible spot. Biome's also slightly good to have on board for Maloriak, but only slightly, not really, right? Only very, very slightly good to have on board. I think you do this and just try to hit the Doomguard, or maybe if you say, like, if I don't hit Maloriak, I just keep this. Maybe that's the logic. There's not a Maloriak. Crumble Crusher? I don't really mind if they have that, but I just don't want to risk my Maloriak, like I said. So I think we just do this. I guess we go ahead and take this too. It's not my favorite to be doing this for them. I'm gonna save the Biome for Maloriak, I guess. I mean, getting a random 1-drop off your Maloriak is not great, but I'm hoping maybe it survives into a future turn. That seems unlikely. Maybe I get a 1-drop taunt here that helps. I think we're a little cooked, yeah. A Duke of Below would still be a really interesting grab for us, I think. Destructive Phoenix with Doomguard sets you up pretty nicely for later, I guess. If you want to, you know, sit on the Maloriak for later, but it's like, is that really worth it, man? Like, don't I need to go now? Maybe I tap into Hungering Ancient. Does that even help? I don't know why that's good either. There's just no, I mean, literally 0 chance this survives if you just tempo it, right? But, like, what are you waiting until turn 10 to make a play off it with Ocular Occultist? That's why I just don't really know if this card belongs in this deck. Disposable Acolytes with Doomguard. If this hit these 2, I'd be so pumped. But instead, I think I'm going to take the safe route here. And if we do this, we're probably never playing Maloriak next turn. So I think we can do this. I'm actually going to play it since I don't have Duke of Belows anyway, right? Like, just actually little health, little body on board's pretty okay. So this will go off on turn, like, normally you do this on turn 4 and it hits on turn 6. So when we do it on turn 7, it's gonna hit on turn 9. So we have to fill a turn 9, or turn 8 basically. Turn 9 is when we'll play the Maloriak. The annoying part is though, is like the Doomguard's just gonna be a body. Like, it's not even gonna have charge. Like, it's just coming down, you know? So you get some stuff, but you don't get, you know, that's what sucks. It's like, oh god, this is just, we're just dead. Like, literally just dead. Yeah. Any taunts here or anything? No, just dead. I mean, not technically dead, I guess, but pretty much dead. Again, because, like, again, Doomguard will just be a Doomguard, right? Like, maybe you have to have taunts for this Maloriak stuff. I just think you just cut Maloriak, though. I think you just top out a Doomguard and be a full-on aggro deck, right? And, like, maybe include a little extra card draw for Duke of Below. Of course, you'd have to cut Rot-Heart Dryads if you take that route too, which that's fine. They may not have had a lethal here with positioning, right? That's seemingly true, but I'm still screwed. Duke of Below might be able to save me, actually. I don't know. If there was a way to give Duke of Below taunt easily, that's also an option, right? Like, if this had taunt, like, if this had taunt instead of rush, this deck would be actually broken, I think. Oh, I don't have any taunts off this, though. I'm gonna get a lot of free stuff, but it just leaves me dead. That's the problem. I'm always just dead. Is Duke plus Doomguard enough to keep you alive here? I don't think so, because the 4/4s are too problematic, right?
So many possibilities.
Can't freaking find it anyway, dude. There's not a dang Doom. There's not a dude in this entire freaking deck, dude. Well, we lose, obviously. Like, again, this is gonna be a cool looking play, right? Like, it's gonna look wicked cool. We're just not gonna win, right? Like, it's just not a winning play. You're gonna get a Doomguard, but again, you can't attack with it because of the way a lot of this works, right? You're gonna get a 5/5 and a Doomguard. It's cool. We got a lot of stuff, but it's just you can't attack. And it's the same thing with a lot of the, like, I was looking at, like, a lot of the cards I wanted to summon off Maloriak were end of turn. You know, because originally when I built this deck, I had the 10-drop Dragon and I had Chrono Claws, but Chrono Claws were, like, so hard to use. Like, maybe if you cut Maloriak and Hungry Ancient, you could go back for Chrono Claws and do that route again. But it was just so hard to play. I felt like you were always stuck, not attacking with them. Using it as kind of a combo deck was just way too tough. So I cut the Chrono Claws stuff, cut the 10-drop stuff. But all the, like, cool... The problem is, like, for Cursed Catacombs, all the cool big stuff I wanted had end of turn, even in Warlock. Like, Asphyxiate Demon or Beast or whatever, Asphyxiodon or whatever, was another, like, end of turn guy. Because I was looking at, like, a big taunt. And I was like, well, shoot. Again... You know, if you discard it with Cursed Catacombs at the end of the turn, it misses its end of turn phase. Hungering Ancient is the same way. So I don't know. I put Hungering Ancient just because, like, well, you know, it's like card draw as well and a big guy, but I don't know. I like, maybe, do we ever tweak the deck mid video? Not usually, but I think realistically you want to do this. I don't know if you can put Chrono Claws back in or not. That still feels too risky because, like, Duke of Below and stuff. I don't know what you actually put in. From a curve standpoint, like, 2-drops seemingly make some sense, but I don't know which ones are any good, right? I guess you could do Spelunker, but that's not really your goal. Maybe Twilight Time Hopper is okay, just to get another big dude down, right? Like, I don't really want to be a Shreds deck necessarily, but... It does feel more complementary to an aggro game plan, that's for sure, right? If you wanted to have a shred set, you still want the temporary stuff, I think, but you could maybe do that and, like, a card draw card. I think I had a Xavius in here at one point, right? I think I toyed around with Gin a little bit because Gin's pretty easy to activate, right? Maybe you could do this. Maybe we try this a few games and see how it feels, right? I don't have a whole lot of time to re-record because we had some fun games, but I am 100% keeping Duke of Below, but I'm looking for more, like, temporary card stuff. This looks amazing right now, yeah. Soul's Acolytes will want to fight Ocular Occultist. But I'll play Biome. I'll hit the button already. I don't think I ever coin out the result unless it's a Platysaur, I guess. That would be worth it maybe, but otherwise don't think we ever coin the result. Wound Prey Face. 0 fear. Respect. Swamp Leech is cool, but not cool enough, man. So I think I'll open this next turn with Cursed Catacombs. Right, if there's something, like, really great, maybe we keep it. Like, you know, coin Ocular Occultist would be a really great result, for instance. Otherwise, we just let it roll. Disposable Acolytes, do we play? You know what? Coin Tunnel Terror is also not bad. Because you get those temporaries to make the Duke really big. You assume the opponent wants to kill this, right? The question is now, like, next turn, what do we do? You maybe play Disposable Acolytes. You hope that you draw Gemstone Hoarder or Ocular Occultist. That's what you hope, because those would be insane. Those would just be the best possible results. Instead, we draw Doom Idiot. I mean, I guess you just play a Time Hopper. Maybe see what's in here. Oh, I forgot to cut my Rodheart Dryads, I realized. We gotta cut those, man. We gotta cut those, dude. I'm gonna leave the flame imp. I'm not gonna play it. I think it's better to have a bigger Duke. Is there any... I looked if there was any way to give lifesteal to the Duke. I didn't think so, but man, that would be so sick. That would be basically like duels. I gotta cut the Dryads. They do nothing. You guys gotta remind me of this. I'm building the deck live throughout the video here. This is rare. This deck just felt like it needed so much more tweaking than most decks. I had 2 or 3 iterations before I started recording. Good God, they have zero shame. Don't even kill my 4/4. Absolutely zero shame. Hopefully we can punish with the counter swing here, right? Like Duke is just going to be an absolute... I don't know why I'm doing that. Duke is going to be an absolute monster, man. 10-8. Next turn, I'm going to make it 14. Doomguard is 5. That's 19, 23. We're 3 damage off lethal next turn. Ooh, we might have to kill that though. Dang, that's really sick, dude. That guy got like giant. Do we have to kill these or not, guys? I mean, we definitely can. It's not a problem to like trade off a little bit, right? Maybe we leave the Neri and trade off the other guys. Because, like, I don't think we'll die that way with only a couple cards in hand. And we obviously still present a 2-turn lethal push here, right? You don't need these to hit to be lethal setups. So, yeah, I think that's fine. Oh, God. Is there anything weird there? No way. Can't be that weird. There's, like, some healing, but it's so expensive it would never outpace this. Not to mention I can just... well, that's just going to discard from them, not me, so... I mean, they're piecing together a cool turn, but like we said, as long as it wasn't a lethal threat, it just didn't really, you know, it's just not going to come together. Okay, nice, dude. Duke doing his thing, man. Really sick, really, really sick. I got to cut the Dryads, though. I do really think, like, you know, the shreds already felt like they added a nice component, to be honest. Let's cut those Dryads. Do we want to add some card draw then as a result or not? It's so fun, like, evolving this in real time, right? I don't think that's good enough consistently enough. These are pretty cool, but from a curve standpoint, I don't know if we really want that. And we only have a couple shred guys, so maybe you just go Tachyon Barrage. Draw does feel nice, but I don't want to like do a card that's just fully committed to only drawing cards, right? I think that's the problem. Chronogore is kind of a neat idea, but not neat enough. I think you just go Tachyon Barrage, man. More damage, more tempo. It's like we're really like this deck's, when I did it in theory crafting, started so greedy and combo-y, and we just keep refining it further and further towards aggro, and I think it's feeling better and better every time. Just not a surprise, just a sad state of affairs that anything that happens on turn 7 with the new discard legendary is too late, right? It's like, nah, turn 7's too late, man. Let's see if that holds true, though. You know, we're never going to get enough data. Like, one person, obviously, from a sample size standpoint, never has enough data to really tell you a full story. But, woo! Yeah, let's look for way better across the board here. I think we just need a much faster start against Shaman. Duke of Blows, always exciting. Twilight Time Hopper is definitely fine. We don't care about the shreds at all. We just like the 4/4. We really want Ocular Occultist, though. That's going to be the dream here. I will go Blood Puddle Biome, and I will hit it on turn 2, actually, maybe, because this is probably coming out on turn 4, realistically. So if I hit this on 2, I can also hit it on 4. That would be an after-the-fact buff on Duke, but that should be fine. But I have a chance to maybe play like a Platasaur if I hit it here. Although, I do really just want to play Time Hopper, to be honest. So, I don't know. We'll see. Oh my god, Coin Occultist here is probably just way better. Okay, yeah. Just get some crazy tempo here. We're gonna go ahead and hit this too, just to get the Duke bigger sooner, like we said. It does not matter, it's gone. Plucky Podling does nothing for us. This is a free bonus, though. This could actually be really sick. I, sadly, though, at the moment, don't have a way to do that. I need another Ocular Occultist or Gemstone Hoarder. By far the best enablers, or really the only great enablers. Bygone Doomspeaker I would definitely play, but kind of risky. We'd have to take any non-Duke play. Wow! They used the hex on that guy. The Duke is just out here just licking his lips, dog. And this is an insane draw. Oh my God. Such an insane draw, dude. The Duke is just licking his lips. The hex, he's like, I saw a frog. Yummy, yummy. Like, oh my God, dude. What an insane start. Do they have Lightning Storm, I guess, is a good question. Oh, that's a really good answer. Even with a non-Lightning Storm, that's a great answer. Good news is Duke is an 8/8 now, so, well, he's going to be a 10/10, actually. If they have the second hex in hand, I'm going to be unreasonably angry. I just want you to know. Unreasonably angry if they have the second hex in the top 8 cards. I will be so mad, dude. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, dude. They're probably just going to play, like, Envoy, right? Which is actually kind of annoying right now. Oh, Muradin. Also kind of annoying. We're like almost in a bit of a race here, it feels like, where it's like, I think I just ignore it and go face, right? This can get punished though. Like, I don't know. I don't think I die here. Like, you know, particularly we already saw avatar form gone. Like, I'm just gonna put it on them here, make them solve this problem basically. This can't like value trade right now, but I think they can kill my 10/10 with the dudes. But I mean, that's still kind of good news, right? Is like they had to use this whole turn solving that problem. Well, maybe not quite the whole turn, almost the whole turn. They're gonna have a little bit left over. 2 mana. Yeah. And I still have 8 on board, right? So that's kind of nice. And now we just need to draw the other Duke of Below. Actually have quite a few chances here. Let's see, man. Shred of Time, not great, but probably not a major problem. Doesn't count as a discard, unfortunately, I guess. Yeah, let's just play the big 5/5 here. I don't think the resurrection matters, but hopefully just the board presence does. I think we gotta go face. I just don't think we have the luxury to not do that. And then maybe even Doom Guards give you an out or something later. I don't know. Oh, that's good. Spending so much mana destroying minions in particular, because that means like Lightning Storm doesn't open up. Nice. So the Duke, the like pressure, you know, they got through it, but it just put them so on the back foot that that's great. That Hex too, man. Yeah, guys, I feel like this deck gets a little better every time I tweak it. At the end of this video, we're gonna have something halfway decent, I think. All right, dude. Dang. As much as I love Duke of Belows, keeping 2 might be too greedy. Against Hunter, like, you might only need 1 to stabilize, and you might just need a faster opener to not die, right? So just finding like some early game plays. Cursed Catacombs to scale this guy up is really cool too, but I mean, you can just do all these later, right? Unless you're going to play a 1-drop, there's no reason to do it now. And the odds of hitting a 1-drop are pretty slim. So, in other words, you know, I can like, as long as the Duke of Below survived a value trade or whatever, you'd be fine. I think you just use this for tempo. Well, I guess you just do the Cursed Catacombs first then here, right? Time Hopper's also pretty insane to just play here. Tunnel Terror is better for Duke, but it'll be gone, so that's not relevant. Same for Gin. I mean, you could shuffle it back in and get a 2/3 here, but I think I'm just going to play the Time Hopper. Shreds are a little scary against Face Hunter, but I'm saying, like, we're going to counter swing hard enough that it's fine. And then I think next turn is Cursed Catacombs into Bygone Doomspeaker, unless you hit a good 3-drop off of it. Like, clearly, Occultist is insane. The Ocular Occultist. All right, so they're going to answer this guy with double spell removal. Okay, it's not too bad. Coin into another 1-drop. Their hand is empty, but they like that. That's their plan. So Bygone Doomspeaker, I guess you could try to hit that. Oh my God, we already hit the shred. Unbelievable. Unbelievable bad luck. I'm going to rip the, well, yeah, let's start here like we said. Tunnel Terror is, in theory, a way to make the Duke much bigger, which it does need to be, actually. Otherwise, it's only going to have a 2/2 buff. Okay, yeah, I'm going to actually just play this again, yeah. I need them to kill it though. If they don't decide to kill it, then the Duke may not be big enough to kind of stabilize. Like he needs to be big enough that he's like over the threshold, you know? I think they might ignore this, right? I would be really tempted to trade in the 2-1 at least to see if you get a freebie, right? But I think they should probably go face. In which case, Duke is still a 2-2. I obviously cannot play it. Yeah, they do indeed decide to go face. Tachyon Barrage. That's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and play the Sheltered Survivor on the Doomguard. Doomguard does make Duke way, way bigger, but I think that's just not a problem we're ready to talk about yet. I think we need this to clear the board. Maybe this guy dies, maybe not. I don't know. Probably better if he doesn't just yet. Of course. These go away, which is fine. Now Duke is playable next turn as a 6/6, I think. The problem is just curve fit now. Shreds are risky, and well, I don't know. Just nothing's great yet. Rewind. Sands of Time? Oh, this is straight up just a 1-drop deck. I've never played the Tolvir card. I was really excited about it. I think it's, you know, potentially very, very strong. I just never got around to it. I didn't want to do it in like an aggro-y deck way, right? I wanted to do it in like a fun, cool combo-y deck way, and I just never got around to it. Might be something really cool in wild format with that card too, who knows? So, I mean, that does feel like it gives me more time and maybe makes Duke a really good threat to establish, because it's like, if this just gets big enough to, like, I would love a Blood Petal biome to turn this into an 8/8. I feel like if this is an 8/8, it's so much more likely to live than if it's a 6/6 for some insane reason. That feels like a crazy important breakpoint. Opponent is still mostly ripping face, though. Okay. I mean, I guess Duke's going down either way here, right? There's just nothing else good. Well, I just can't afford to tap though, so. Regina, you can come in. Everyone loves your surprise visits. You can come in. You got so many toys. What do you have? Can you show me? You're gonna put them in my my cabinet, huh? Okay, that's fine. Oh, Gin is a big old boy. We're at 13. Let's just go Acolytes here. We can just value trade this, I think. And we know what Doomspeaker's gonna hit, so we just take a, let's just see how good the result is here. Rock Skipper, huh? Is that better than a randomly generated spell? I don't know, actually, man. I think I'm gonna see what that is. I want to know what that is, because that might be some big spell, right? Like, that's one of the ways to get a ton of mana, maybe. Oh, I would say that's a sort of neutral outcome. I think those are both about the same. Hey, don't turn off my light. Turn the light back on. What are you doing? You want to see the moon? Does it look like the moon? Oh my God, it's alive! That's crazy! Oh, it's dead. But we're both top decking here. Oh my God, I just need Duke below, dude. Like, if I draw a Duke below, I'm in the. Oh, can I afford to tap? I don't think so, right? But I have to win quick because they have so much damage. Oh God, dude, if they get their other deal 5 guy, I'm dead. I'm actually just kind of dead to almost anything if I tap. No, I can't tap. I gotta go face, right? I can't even trade into that. Oh God, Regina, it's scary. What are you doing? What are you trying to do? You're reading my emails right now. Let's close that so you don't accidentally do something to my emails here. Let's close that. Let's close that. That was cute. I liked it. Oh God, that's an insane hit. Where's yeah, we died. We died. What even? Oh, they got tracking. Oh, what are they? Hey, don't scream too loud now. I know you hear Daddy scream sometimes when I lose. That guy is called Shudderwalk. Can you say Shudderwalk? He's funny looking, isn't he? He's like a green monster guy. Can you say Shudderwalk? Say it into the mic. Say Shudderwalk. No, you gotta hold this here. Say Shudderwalk. Say it. Say it. Don't be shy. Say it. Say Shudder. No, don't lick your arm. That's gross. Say Shudderwalk. What are those? yours, yeah.
Oh, that's black.
That one is black because I lost. Yeah, I
I
lost.
lost too.
You lost too? I don't think you lost. I didn't see you
Wait, that-
lose. That's like a weird vampire man. I don't know. He's a weird man. Look at this green man. Look at this cute robot. He's got curly hair.